In which we say we've got football from Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check. Watch 54. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Down. He's checking. Crash. Rush in.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Jacobs. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. From the gun now on third down, Carr. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Markel Lee. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
From midfield now, Haskins. Got a man, it's Brown. 20. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
This is taken at the 18. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Haskins. He completes it to Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check girls, check girls, check girls. Check, check. Lucky.
On first down, it's Haskins. He's got Smith here. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 34. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
First down, Titans, gain of 12. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Haskins on the keeper. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. Let's go. Check 56. I'm here all day.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Throwing again on second down. Haskins throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now it's Haskins. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Down. Ready? Coming. I'm coming. OP. Check 24. Check 24. Switch.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. That's caught by Treadwell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
694. 54. White. Hey, zoom. Watch the shit.
Carr now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Complete. It's Henry. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd down, Haskins. Completes it to Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Haskins to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw. That's caught at the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. For the shifty Dion Lewis. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. First down carry for Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure that...
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. It's caught by Crowell. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Carr to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 43. 1, later 1. 24 is the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, Alpha. 24 is the mic. There it comes.
Carr to throw again. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. It's caught by Treadwell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
29. Mike's by 4. 5. Right there, 54.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Antonio Brown. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Carlson able to put this one through. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They keep it with Henry on first down. And some room to maneuver. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Harold Landry make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Express.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Check 6 guys.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And Walker has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Ready. Check 55 to Myers. Hey, defense, let's go.
They'll run on first down. Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that will extend this big lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
You're on an island. 84. Express. Check 84. Bring it. Bring it.
In his own end zone, it's Carr. In trouble, and the ball's out. And I do believe this is going to wind up a a safety it is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
Partner, I know I'm supposed to really describe what happened there. I'm counting on you for this one. That was one weird play.
Well, what I was going to ask you, in these situations, shouldn't these guys just dive on the football around the goal line rather than try to make a heroic return?
That's what they're taught, but sometimes in the heat of battle, sometimes that heroic stuff comes to the front when you really don't need it.
Check Mike, check Mike. One twist.
The drive will start with an option going left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He gets it to Humphries. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Haskins. They set up the screen for Henry. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 7, Carr, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Going up top. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
At the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 2, Carr. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr. The open man here, Renfro. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? From the gun, Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Richard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but, hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Slam, slam, slam.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, Richard, and an alley to run. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
Flush to his right. He completes it to Treadwell. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Carr. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Raider 9. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Heavy. Check nickel. Switch.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. And now and now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to let it go deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Rush express. Check Daddy one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A. where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Carr now to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
What now? 180. Pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Monte Nicholson picks it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. But Charles, it's 1. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, Any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm